Kurulus Orhan, the Blue Crescent Chronicle. Halime Sultan, Zoya, and the Mavi Hilal Team. Time Travel Chronicle. Prologue, the name that must remain hidden. In the early days of the Ottoman frontier, the name Halime already lived within the lineage of Osman's family. To protect the flow of history, and to avoid confusion that could fracture the timeline, the traveler from the future chose a second name. Among the Mavi Hilal Team, and within the records of time itself, Halime Sultan was known as Zoya. A name of silence. A name of watchfulness. A name that would never be spoken aloud in the past. Part 1, The Call of the Rising Bay. A blue crescent split the night sky over northwestern Anatolia. From within the shimmer of folded time, Zoya, Halime Sultan, arrived with her team, stepping onto soil still young with destiny. This was the era of Orhan Bey, son of Osman Ghazi, a leader standing at the threshold between tribe and state. The future of the Ottomans was not yet written in stone, it lived in fragile moments, vulnerable to unseen interference. Time distortions had begun to form, small, dangerous fractures that bent outcomes without changing faces. If left unchecked, they would corrupt the process of history, not its names. Zoya understood the rule better than anyone. The past must be helped, never informed. Knowledge belongs to Allah alone. Part 2, The Silent Guardians. The Mavi Hilal team dispersed like shadows carried by the wind. They did not speak of tomorrow. They did not warn of centuries to come. They acted only where destiny itself was being torn. Hidden energy fields stabilized collapsing supply routes. Temporal interference was quietly erased from battlefields before it could twist courage into chaos. Camps that should have fallen to panic instead stood firm, strengthened by unseen balance. Zoya watched from a distance, her presence never revealed, her name never spoken. Her hoi-poi systems worked in harmony with the era, self-healing and silent, never overwhelming the natural flow of events. Where swords clashed, history remained honest. Part 3, The Fortress That Must Fall Naturally. A key stronghold stood as a turning point in Orhan Bey's campaign. Time anomalies gathered there like mist, echoes of battles that did not belong to this century. Zoya anchored the moment. Without altering strategy or command, the distortions dissolved. Fear lost its unnatural edge. Confusion returned to human limits. What followed was remembered by history as Orhan Bey's resolve, his warriors' discipline, and Allah's will. And that was exactly how it had to be. Part 4, Zoya's Vigil. From a distant ridge beneath a pale moon, Zoya observed the campfires below. She felt the weight of restraint heavier than any weapon. She could not guide with words. She could not warn of betrayals unborn. She could only protect the space where right choices could be made. The people below would answer only to their conscience and to Allah. That was the balance. Part 5, The Crescent Holds. As Orhan Bey began shaping councils, order, and continuity, the timeline steadied. The fractures closed. The echoes faded. Zoya received the signal, soft, final, certain. This era was secure. Before departing, she left nothing behind. No object, no symbol, no legend. Only stability. Epilogue, the traveler moves on. The night sky folded once more into a crescent of blue light. Zoya and the Mavi Hilal team stepped beyond the moment, into another century, calling for guardianship. The chronicles would never record her name. But history would continue unbroken. And that was her victory.